Take that packet out real quick. Here you go. Where can you get some practice tomorrow for tomorrow's test? Page 37. If you look at page 37 all the way to page 40, there are 20 different examples. All right. What I've done for you, we are going to go over as many as I can today. All right. I am not going to give you guys any time to work on your own because I feel it's more important that I go through some stuff and ask you questions. All right. So we will go over as many of those 20 as we can. But hey, we're not going to get to all 20. Absolutely not. So up on Classroom, under where I put the homework topics or the homework answers, you will see review for unit test answers. Review for test answers. Not only are all the answers up there, but all my work shown is there as well. Okay? For all the ones we don't get to. All right, so everything is up there. All 20 questions, all work for the 20 questions. All right? So we're all good there. Tomorrow's test, as you can see, it's going to be 13 questions, 46 points. I know some of you guys aren't very happy the way you did on the quiz. All right, show me you turn over a new leaf. That wasn't you. Show me. All right, don't tell me, show me. All right, I'm an action person. All right, actions speak louder than words for me. Here's my plan today. Here's what I did yesterday. I think it was 8th period yesterday. I sat down, I took a copy of your test you're going to take tomorrow, and I went question by question and wrote down the topic. Then I tried to find a review question associated with it. That's what we're going to do today. My hope is, look, I got 13 things up here. Let's see if we can get through all of them. If we don't, okay, no problem, because this right here, if we don't get to all the topics I post right here, this is also on Classroom. Review for unit test topics. Okay, so what I'm about to do with you is also on Classroom in case we don't get to a couple of these questions, right? Everything, see, it's the exact same up on Classroom for you. Everybody good? Okay, you ready to roll? Okay, now again, I want to make sure you guys are clear. I wrote the topic and picked a question related. I'm not saying that same question is going to be on the test. All right, so don't be like, well, you said this was going to be on there and this isn't the same. I know it's not the exact same, all right, but it's going to be probably similar. All right, so first question on there tomorrow deals with nope, don't want to do it. Good start. Got to be kidding me. There we go. First one, given a fraction, find the vertical asymptotes. We did this yesterday in class. So I'm going to go to number 19 right now. 19 in your packet. Not only am I going to review vertical, I'm going to review everything for you. Because there's another question later on in the test that says find vertical, horizontal, domain range, Y-intercept. All right, so let's just do it all right now. But the question tomorrow, first question will be, hey, find the vertical asymptotes given this fraction. All right, so let's hop right into it. We did this. We did a lot of this yesterday. Vertical asymptote. Vertical. Let's start there first, where my vertical asymptote is. How do I know how to find the vertical asymptote? I guess you could check on your calculator, but that might be tough to see. How can I find where the vertical asymptote is? I'm looking where the fraction is what? So is that?
On the bottom 0.
Undefined. So you guys tell me what number could I plug in the bottom, the denominator, that would make the denominator equal to 0. Okay, boom. Okay, but here you go. Hey, I'm going to tell you I'm not accepting that tomorrow. You just write -3 for the vertical asymptote. Why not? X equals 3. Remember, it's a line. An asymptote is a line. So I need the equation of a line. Good. There's the vertical. How about the horizontal now? This is where I get nervous because you do have to remember three rules. And you can look back if you need to because we're reviewing. First thing, before you select the rule that applies, you need to figure out what degree is higher, numerator or denominator. All right, here we go. I'm going to start calling out some people. Let's start it off. Zach, what is if there's just a 2 there, no variable, what do we say the degree is?
0.
0. degree, there is a variable in the denominator. What's the degree?
1.
1. So 0 degree on top, 1 degree on the bottom. So that means the numerator is less than the denominator. So what do we say the
Y equals 0.
y equals? That's the rule. When the numerator's degree is less than the denominator, we say it's y equals 0. Usually, right? Y equals 0. But everyone see what I threw on the end of this one? A -2, which means where's the graph moving? Down to, including your horizontal asymptote is moving down to. Hey, look, if the graph's moving down, the vertical is not affected. It stays right where it is. It's the horizontal that's affected. So instead of y equals 0, y equals -2. So please remember those rules for tomorrow. Now, again, am I saying I'm going to put a minus, a number at the end? No, I could just have the fraction tomorrow, and you write y equals 0 if that's the answer. All right, now, off of this, we should know the relation. How about the domain? Look at your vertical asymptote. It was x equals -3, meaning my domain would be x such that what? X cannot equal -3. That's the only spot where the graph is not showing. And the range is related to the horizontal asymptote. Y such that, finish it. 6, Ryan, finish it, big dog. Y cannot equal?
-2.
There you go. They're all related. Range and horizontal, domain and vertical.
We could put them in brackets, right?
Brackets, parentheses, even if it doesn't have anything, I don't care. But I do want to see the y such that y cannot equal -2. I want that good notation. We're okay. All right, and then finally, Y-intercept. Again, I guess you could look on your table of values on your calculator. If not, what did we do yesterday? Everywhere we saw an X, we plugged in 0. Yep. So 2 over 0 plus 3 minus 2. And what do we end up with? -4/3. 0, comma, -4/3 is my Y-intercept. Okay, anything there? So there's your first and last question, I think. Yep.
So if that -2 was, say, like a +1,
Yep.
would the horizontal asymptote be +1?
Y equals 1, correct. That means it's going to shift up 1. And remember, this number on the outside only affects the horizontal asymptote. It will never affect your vertical one. Anything else? We're going to keep moving. Okay, question number 2, simplify a fraction. Basically, factor, cross out. So look at number 24, please. Look at number 24. Simplify, factor, cross out. Hey, we should be way beyond this point. I shouldn't be seeing any of that tomorrow. That just tells me we had no idea what's going on in the unit if you start crossing out right away. Factor first, cross out second. All right, factor either the top or the bottom. Let's go. Now we can get the train moving a little quicker. Mike, go ahead. Factor either one.
For the bottom, it would be parentheses x plus 2, parentheses x plus 1.
Good job. 2 numbers that multiply to 2 and add to 3. Great. Next. Top for me. Elizabeth, to the top.
X plus 1, X minus 1.
Yep, good. Factor first, cross out later. And then hopefully we can see here, I cross out my x plus 1s. And the simplified version is x minus 1 on top you can leave it in parentheses, x plus 2 on the bottom. Don't cross off the x's. I can't. We're done. Questions? Now, am I saying it's that easy tomorrow? No, I'm not. But I'm saying it's going to be a question like this. Simplify means factor first, cross out second. Any issues? Going. Next question on the test tomorrow. Adding two fractions with unlike denominators. Now, I don't have, there's not an adding one in your packet I couldn't find, so I'm going to do a subtracting one. We do it the same way. Okay, same way, except now there would be a plus sign in between. Okay, so go look at number 15 for me. All right, I know it says you will have to add two fractions, but there is no adding example, so I just took the subtraction one instead. Same process. What do I need to find first? Okay, common denominator. Okay, we are adding and subtracting, which means you leave the common denominator there. Ooh, what is the common denominator here? Frank? Okay, that's what's in that's one of them. But I still have a leftover there. X times x minus 1. It's both of them together. Remember, when I say, is there anything in common, the answer is not x. X is not what they have in common. Because one denominator is x, the others together x minus 1. So they don't have anything in common.
But can't you make the right fraction x minus 1?
How?
Multiply the numerator by, I don't know, to get to get a negative 1.
Well, what do you want to multiply it by then to get x minus 1?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe. Okay, that's why I'm saying just put the two together because there's nothing in common. Okay, they have nothing in common here. All right, what do I have to multiply the first fraction by? Look at the denominator. Look at the common denominator. What's it missing? An x. So multiply the 3 by x and you get 3x. Everyone's with me so far? Okay, second fraction. Look at its denominator. Look at the common denominator. What's it missing? X minus 1. Why am I going to tell you to be careful here? Great job. You got to carry the negative 2 with it. Okay, tomorrow it'll probably be a plus sign. We don't need to worry about it, but so I got negative 2x. Everyone ready? Plus 2, not minus 2, plus 2. All right, combine your like terms on top. What do we end up with on top? X plus 2 over x times x minus 1. Anything you can do? Factor further, cross out? Anybody see anything? Factor further, cross out? Nope. There's nothing to factor. I can't cross off the x's because this is with the 2. That's it. Okay, next question is going to be find the horizontal asymptote. I don't need to do another problem with that. Just know your rules. Okay, see the problem we just did a couple of problems ago. All right, next up, we'll be solving a fractional equation. So go to number 21 now. Go to 21. What am I looking for at the end here? X equals a number. Hey, notice I like doing these right in a row. The difference between number 15 that we just did and number 21. 15, I want you to combine them and give me a fraction at the end. 6, solve. I should have x equals maybe 1, maybe 2 answers that I'm going to check. All right, notice the difference between the questions, please. At the end of 21, I'm going to have x equals a number or maybe 2 numbers. I still got to find what first for 21? Common denominator. I got 5x and x. What do we think here? Common denominator for 5x and x. There's no addition between them.
So 5x.
5x. Yep. 5's got to go in there, and they have an x in common. 5x. All right, so ready? I'm going to multiply the first fraction by 5x. What's going to cancel?
X's.
Everyone see the x's canceling? Remember, when you solve for x, you want all the denominators gone. What's left? 10 spot. 10 plus. Multiply the next one by 5x. What cancels? 5x, 5x. What am I left with in the numerator?
33.
3. Set it equal to 1.
No.
Yeah, hey, that's a fraction too. It has to still get multiplied by what?
5x.
Yes. You guys just think because it doesn't have a denominator, we're good. No. We got to multiply by 5x. Can I cross anything out? No. So what am I left with on the right side? 5x. All right, nothing fancy here, right? 13 equals 5x. I know this isn't pretty, but this is what it comes out to be. X equals 13 over 5.
Did you write it as a decimal?
I don't know. What's it come out to be as a decimal? Because I don't want some long thing.
2.6.
That's it, 2.6. Yeah, I'm fine with that. As long as it doesn't keep stretching out. All right, grab your calculator. Who knows if we did this right? You want to make sure you feel warm inside before you go to the next problem. You're 100% certain you got it correct. Store in that answer for x. So either use 2.6 or 13 over 5. Store in for x. I'll do it with you here in a second. Okay. 13 over 5. Store in for x. Good. All right. Plug the left side in. 2 over x plus 3 over 5. 2 over x plus 3 over 5x. And what was the right side equal to?
1.
Hopefully. Boom. Got it. Yep. It's equal to 1, which is what the right side's equal to. Perfect. Left and right side should be equal. So we can accept this. Questions? Hopefully you guys see the difference between number 21 and number 15. What's up, Ryan?
If the answer, if it doesn't equal 1, what should we write?
No solution.
No solution.
Or maybe go back real quick and look. I would probably go back and look over your work because it's a rare no solution comes up. And I could tell you, I'll be honest, because you work hard, I'll tell you, there's not going to be a no solution tomorrow. Okay? All good? I just gave away some of the tests, huh? Okay, factor an expression with 2 variables. Number 3. Let's go to number 3. I don't want you guys getting freaked out. This is what I'm telling you now. You're going to see this. It'll just be factored. Nothing crazy with it. Just factor it. No crossing out. No solving. No fractions. Factor number 3. Something that's got 2 variables in it. Oh, boy. All right, ready? Where do you always start with factoring? GCF. Anything?
No.
Okay, how many terms?
3.
Good. What's the number out in front?
1.
Okay, we've played this game a ton of times. 3 terms, number out in front is 1. What's the last number? -12, right? And what's the middle number even though nothing's there? +1. So you're looking for 2 numbers that multiply to what?
12.
-12, but at the same time we'll add to positive. What was my middle number? 1. Can you do that? 2 numbers that multiply to -12 but add to 1? I hope. Elizabeth, you got 2 numbers?
-3 and 4.
Yep, -3, +4. What should go out in front first to get a squared? Everyone's good there, a and a. Now, what's the only variable I'm missing? The b, guess where I'm going to attach it to get negative 12b squared? With the 3 and the 4. Yep. And I know some of you might get a little freaked out. Well, how am I going to get ab in the middle? You do. If you went and double distribute, you end up getting that. Yep. All right, so 3 terms tomorrow, or two variables and 1 factoring problem. No big deal. 2 numbers that multiply to the last one, add to the middle, and then just make sure you attach the second variable to the numbers. Let's go. We're all right?
Yeah.
All right, because I'm going to start. I think you guys are woken. You're all was it woken up? Is that what? All right. You're not asleep anymore. How about that? All right. Next question on the test. Number 12. What makes the fraction undefined? What makes this fraction undefined? Find value or values. Number 12. What do I care about?
Numerator.
Denominator.
What do I care about?
Denominator.
Denominator, right? I don't even sniff. Don't even. Yeah, I know. Oh, whoa, oh! X plus 4, x minus 4. Nobody cares though on this problem. I'm looking at the denominator. When the denominator equals 0. I don't care. Don't touch the numerator tomorrow. It's only the denominator. All right, and only way we're solving this is by factoring. Can we do it? Oh, there we go. Mike, you want to try to factor? I'm sure you can. Find some numbers that multiply to this and add to this.
Oh, 6 and 2.
Good. You got some signage for me?
Yeah. So negative 6, positive 2.
Good job. How many answers am I going to have that make it undefined? 2, right? What are those 2 answers now that I've factored it just like this? What are your 2 answers going to be? 1, 6. There we go. 7. Connor?
Set them equal to 0.
Okay. So x minus 6 equals 0. What's the value of x there?
6.
So one answer is 6,
The other one is negative 2.
and the other one is negative 2. So those are the 2 numbers I get. So undefined making an appearance halfway through the quiz. Stop me anytime. I'm going to keep the train going. Anything? Next question on the quiz. They're going to have to divide fractions. So let's go to take a look at number 11. We're going to have to take our time on number 11. There's a lot of work to do on 11. Before I do anything, what's the rule of division?
Swap.
Change please.
What do I do with the first fraction?
Use it.
Nothing. So I'm just going to rewrite it. Division changes into multiplication. What's the deal with the second fraction? Flip it. Now you try to do what? Factor anything you can. Do not cross out. Factor anything you can. And we're going to be able to factor all 4 of them, whether you like the method or not, unfortunately. All right, pick one. Let's go. Come on. We're at the end of this unit. Elizabeth, pick any of the 4 you want to factor.
The top left, we could do 2x plus 10 to x minus 10.
Gotcha. That's correct.
You think GC?
Hey, when you write this, I still see a 2 in there that I could take out. So it's not completely factored.
Oh,
What
okay.
should you have done at the beginning?
Take the 2 out.
Go ahead, take a 2, even bigger.
Wait, I can take it.
You can take a 2 out, but there's still something bigger that you can take out.
Can I take the 4?
You can take the 4 out. You take a 4 out, you're going to be left with x squared minus 25. And what are you going to keep telling me?
And then 4 times x squared plus 1.
What about x squared minus 25?
Oh, you can
Right?
do
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Go ahead, what do you got? So really, this all factored should be 4 times.
X plus 5x minus 1.
Ooh, yep. This one's coming strong. A couple of them, look, it's not going to be all a piece of cake tomorrow. I didn't water this test down. All right, there's going to be some challenging ones there. So I had to factor twice on here. Factor twice. Ooh, another one I can factor. Mike, Come on. Any which one I can factor here.
The bottom right.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. You picked it.
Yeah, I know.
You can factor it.
Um,
Where does your journey always start in the factoring game? Like, what method do I always preach? Check first. Elizabeth just missed it.
GCF.
Yeah. What do they have in common? You got a 20 and a 4 staring you in the face.
Oh no, I said bottom right.
That
Not
is.
top right. I thought.
Yeah, I am at the bottom
Oh, I'm
right.
Stupid.
I
Sorry.
flipped it.
Oh,
Oh, I got it. Oh. 4.
4. What's left?
5 and X. 5 minus X.
Thank you. You good now?
Yeah.
Okay, got a little rattle there with me.
Yeah.
Get your act together. You got 24 hours. Sarah?
Bottom left,
Yeah, I thought so.
yeah, you can do X plus 2 and X minus.
X plus 2 and minus 3?
No, wait,
Because you got to get a positive 1 in between, right?
yeah, so you gotta do, -2 and plus 3.
Good. All right, you guys ready here? I wouldn't even call on anybody here. This last one, how many terms? Any GCF? What's the number on front one?
2.
It's 2. Sorry, so we're going to have to do what method here? Grouping. Yep, let's review. It's going to come up tomorrow. You might have to group on a problem. You need to turn 3 terms into 4 first. How do I turn them into 4? I take the middle term only, and split it into 2 terms. Everything else stays the same. Okay, A times your C value. 2 times 10 gives you 20. So find 2 numbers that multiply to 20, but are still going to give you -9 in the middle. 2 terms that multiply to positive 20, but are still going to give you a -9 in the middle when I put them together. -4 and -5. Yep. So ready? Order doesn't matter. -4x minus 5x. Look in the middle, everyone. Does everyone see I still get the 9x? Okay, so I didn't change anything. Now how many terms do I have? 4. Group them. Okay, what can I take out of the first one? 2x, and I'll be left with x minus 2. You better be left with x minus 2 again. What can I take out of the next one? Just a 5? -5 out of the next one, and be left with x minus 2 again. Okay, some of you guys on your quiz left it like this and put it into the problem. You're not done grouping. One more step. What's common in both? X minus 2. And then what's left over? That is what goes into your problem. There we go. Now it's our favorite time, right? Cross out time. Everything you can cross out. Let's go. Everything. Don't leave anything, Olivia.
X minus 2 and X minus 2. X minus 5 and 5 minus 10.
Oh, be confident.
And then -1.
Good. You're left over with a -1. One more.
The 2 4.
Correct. Nice work. The 4s can go because they're on the outside. Okay, kids, you ready? Let's find our final answer. On top, I'm left with the -1 times the x plus 5 times the 2x minus 5. Just leave it like that. Don't try to be a hero. And then on the bottom, x plus 3. If you want to put it in parentheses, you can. If you don't have to, though. Any questions? That was tough. Just the factoring, because we had a little grouping there, too. Anything? What's up, Elizabeth? Go.
For the x minus 5 and 5 minus x, I think I either like wrote it wrong or I got confused because on the bottom right I had negative 4 times x minus 5.
Okay, that's fine. You should still be left with, okay, if you, that's perfectly fine, but it's just when you cross the 4 and the negative 4 out, you're still left with the negative 1,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because that was positive 4 over a negative 4. So you see how you're still left with the negative somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you put the negative in the denominator, that's fine too.
So I can cross out the x minus 5s and
That's the same.
Okay.
Yep, you're not left, those would be opposites then. Okay, put that negative, you see how you would have the negative 4 and positive 4. Good, anybody else? All right, let's keep grinding away. There he is, he's ready for the party tomorrow. Number 10, solving another fractional equation, but a little tougher. Number 14, another solving a fractional one will be on the test. A little bit tougher than the one we did earlier. What am I expecting at the end of this one? X equals something, right? Maybe reject it, who knows? All right, what are you suggesting first before I find a CD, a common denominator? Factor. Yep, x plus 5, x minus 5. Don't cross it out with anything on top. No, we're just factoring the bottom so I can see what's in common. All right, let's talk common denominator now. Give me something that's in common with all the denominators. X minus 5, yeah, that's in common. And an x plus 5. Anybody see any leftovers? Leftovers? Going? Nope. All right, first fraction. What do I have to... What crosses out? Some of you guys got to wake up here. Let's go. Relax, tough guy. Let some of your classmates chime in. How about that? 8, Connor.
For the first one, the x minus 5 cross out.
Yep, what are you going to multiply?
X plus 5.
Times?
X.
What do you get?
X squared plus 5x.
Everyone's good. Good work. Next, multiply the second fraction by x minus 5, x plus 5. What crosses out? What do I have to multiply? Come on. 1, 2, Zach. What crosses out? X plus 5s are gone. What are you going to multiply?
-2.
Look at you. -2. Everyone see it? -2. So go ahead. -2 times x minus 5. Distribute.
-2x plus 10.
And multiply the right side by the common denominator. What crosses out here? And what am I left with? Ho, ho. Sarah, 17. They do. And what are you left with on the right side? Just the 50. Never mind is right. Just 50. Okay, this is different than the last one. Everyone sees an x squared. Well, how about, before I get to that, let's just combine our like terms on the left side. Clean it up before I talk. X squared plus 3x plus 10 equals 50. Okay, everyone, now this is a little bit different. Now you see an x squared, meaning you're going to have to factor, but you can't factor until what?
X equals 0.
No, not x equals 0.
Right side equals
One side equals 0. All right, we get to this point, you see an x squared, and you say to yourself, oh, more than likely I'm going to have to factor this bad boy. But you're not allowed to factor until One side equal to 0. So how can I move the 50 over? Okay, let's go. Cannot factor unless one side is equal to 0. So let's make it equal to 0. X squared plus 3x minus 40 equals 0. Okay, now you can factor. Now that it's equal to 0. Any GCF? GCF? Nope, this is just 3 terms. Number out in front's 1. Got those 2 numbers? Two zip. Sarah, what do you got back there? Okay, 2 numbers that multiply to 40 but are 3 apart. Let me know when you get there.
8 and 5.
Oh, it's got some signage for me.
Would be -5 and 8.
Yep. Okay, everyone ready? X equals 5 for one possible answer. X equals -8 for another possible answer. Still got to check them, right? Or maybe some of you guys can tell already what's going to happen. Can anybody tell without? You can always go to the calculator. That's absolutely fine. Store them in. What's going to happen, Elizabeth?
5 isn't gonna work because it's gonna make the denominators equal to 0.
Correct. 5 will not work because that first fraction, it will turn the denominator equal to 0. So if you store 5 in your calculator, be prepared for an error. So we got to get rid of 5, and then you can check if -8 works or not. Let me know if -8 works. -8 work? Okay. There we go. So be careful tomorrow. Might have to reject one. Probably not both, but reject one. Okay, with the time we have left here, because we got about 5 minutes left. Okay, there's going to be another multiplying fractions. If you want to circle number 16, go ahead. I don't want to. Yes, Frank.
-8 plus 8 equals 0, making it undefined.
Where's there an 8 in the denominator?
Oh, wait, yeah,
There's just x minus 5 and x plus 5. Right? If I plug in -8, that won't make 0 in the denominator. So, okay. All right, so there's another multiplying fractions one. Okay. As you get towards the end of the test, there's going to be a complex fraction one, like number 23. So let me just go over that as quick as I can. I'll probably go right up to the bell here. This is where you got everything now. You got addition, subtraction, and division. But as you got, I don't know if you remember, how many fractions? I don't want 2 fractions on top. I want what? 1. And how many on the bottom do I want? 1. So I'm going to have to work on both right now. Everyone see that? Okay, so let's work on this one right here. X over x minus 3 plus 4 over x. Got to make it into 1. Common denominator. I'm going to go quick here just to get through it, so I apologize. What's the common denominator? It's more than x minus 3, guys. It's more than that. Remember, this is all 1. It goes together. There is nothing in common. They do not have an x in common. They don't have anything in common, so I got to put the 2 together. Okay, look at your denominator and the common one. What's the x got to get multiplied by? X. So what do I get on top? X squared. What's the 4 got to get multiplied by? Look at your denominator and the common one. X minus 3. Distribute. Plus 4x minus 12. Done. There's 1. Now I got to work on the denominator. 1 minus 1 over 3 minus x. I'm hoping this is an easy answer. I don't want to yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, let's get one fraction, then we'll get to that. What's the denominator here? Just 3 minus x. There is other than the 1, there's only one denominator. All right, so remember this is over 1, so what do I need to multiply the 1 by? 3 minus, everyone all right? 3 minus x. That's what it's missing. So first it'll be 3 minus x. Now look at the second fraction. What should it get multiplied by?
-1. Or 3 minus x.
All right, they match, right? So it's just 1. So it's going to be just minus 1. It doesn't need to get multiplied by anything. It is the common denominator. All right, next. You want to clean that up so it looks neat? 2 minus x. Or you can write negative x minus 2. It's up to you. Okay, ready? Now we're going to, what's this symbol mean here to do with them? Divide. First fraction stays the same. X squared plus 4x minus 12 over x times x minus 3. What are you going to keep telling me now? We're dividing. Multiply, flip. 3 minus x over 2 minus x. And Lauren just said, hey, you can factor the top left. Go ahead and do so. And cross out. Got about 30 seconds here. X plus 6. X minus 2. And now I look to cross everything I can out. Looks like you're going to have some opposites, huh, guys? Okay, you got some opposites to cross out there? Okay, and I'll stop there before the bell cuts me off. The other one was find domain range. That was the last topic. Another domain and range asymptote problem. All right, good job. Okay, no excuses. Let's get it done tomorrow. Let's find a way. I told you all the topics on there now. Bye, everybody.